Today I'm going to fix up one of my student producer songs and make it sound nice. The student messaged me and said, "Bro, I finally got my John Summit dance hit," to which I replied, "Send it." We have the project file of the song here. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. The arrangement, the chords, the melodies are all pretty good. And I think just by upgrading the sounds among a couple other small tweaks, we can turn this song into the hit that it deserves to be. I'm going to start in the drop because whatever we do in the drop will translate to the rest of the song. The first thing we have to fix are these leads. You have a ton of layers here. You do not need this many layers. I'm going to get rid of all the layers and just restart. Looks like he's using Serum for the lead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuild this lead. I'm going to pick a nice modern sound. Right now he's using what's called a super saw, which has been overused for the past decade. Modern day house music is all about deepness and warmth. So my go-to lead here that never fails would be this synth pluck. So we're going to start with a sawtooth waveform, turn on the filter, make the filter tight, and close it up, and then we're going to modulate this knob to open and close at such a high rate of speed that it creates a pluck sound. Looks like he has OTT 2 times on this lead, so we're going to definitely undo that. And there's a lot of low end taken out of this as well, so we're gonna get rid of that as well. Let's go into the MIDI. I don't love this rhythm. It's very choppy and inconsistent at times. I'm gonna preserve all of his notes, but I'm just going to rewrite the rhythm. We'll keep that as is. I'll take this, kind of run with that rhythm. That's his original note choice, but with a more steady rhythm. Before I adjust this any further, I have to work on the bass. The drop is entirely reliant on how well the lead melody, which is this, works with the bass. We have to get those two things vibing before we touch anything else. So I found the bass. We're going to solo this and play it against our new lead. Good news is the rhythm works. Right now, house music is about that warm, driving sound. If you look at these bass notes, there's all these spaces in between notes, and it's creating that very choppy sound. And it's just not that exciting. So we can improve this bass, for one, just by extending the notes. That's better, but I have another idea. Let's keep the notes the same, but create a more driving rhythm. Now this sort of pop melodic house, the John Summit style, has a bit of trance influence in it. So what I'm gonna do is try to transform this bass line into a more trancey style driving bass line. That's not fast enough. Let's go twice as fast and choose 16th notes. Let's hop into the sound that he used to create this. Now I actually love this preset, but what I want to do is thin it out a little bit. Get rid of that higher harmonic or note, whatever. Now I think this sound will be a lot easier to work with. That's pretty nice. It's not there yet. The melody is okay, but it's not moving around enough. This melody follows the chords, so it doesn't really venture off and do its own thing. So I'm going to add a little bit of flair to some of these notes. Let's take this. Maybe I'll take the first note and do something like that, I guess. Maybe I'll add a little bit of this. Notice how the bass stays static for this entire 4 bars. I think if we took the front part of that melody and just got rid of those notes and held it static as well, so then we get something like this. It's like nice and tense. His notes are good too though. That goes on that part. So he can choose what one he likes better. Alright, so we're not done yet. We still gotta make this lead pop. I'm gonna go to the effects tab and put on some nice big room reverb. We're gonna get some delay, and we're gonna use a ping pong style delay. Ping pong delays go from ear to ear, so you get a nice dynamic on whatever you use it on. Also, it adds some width to the sound as well. Secret weapon number 2, we have OTT. We're just gonna shove some power into this lead. How hard should we go? Oh, listen to that, that's wild. Just from those 2 things, let's go ahead, see what it sounds like with our bass. It's way over compressed, but I don't care. Let's keep building. Alright, so our bass and melody are done. Those are the 2 most important elements in this song. So adding everything else should be relatively easy now. Let's go ahead to his chords here and give these a listen. Wait, how do they vibe with our bass? I don't think there's enough room in between this bass and lead for these chords. Well, there kind of is, but I want to try something different anyway. You want to be careful with these high unison sawtooth based sounds. So what I'm going to do to tighten these up is I'm going to initialize the preset. We'll still use a sawtooth based sound, because it seems like he really likes them. But I'm going to go down to envelope 1, pull the sustain down. And then I'm going to come down 1 octave. I want a really, really small sound, because it'll be easier to fit on top of that bass line. Also, I don't like this rhythm. It's kind of different than what the other 2 things are doing, and you want to build your rhythms around what's already happening on the important instruments. Otherwise, you'll get a loose sound. So what I'm going to do is pick either the lead or the bass and make this rhythm of the chords copy that rhythm. I think it'll be really cool if we follow the 16th note triggering of the bass with our chords to follow this bass, and we'd get something like this. Like that. It doesn't sound good right now, but like, give me a second. Alright, what do we got? It's okay. I also have another idea I'll throw in here as an option for my student. If we just took the 1 chord in the scale, we took the 5th interval of it, and just ran it as a pedal tone, added some noise to it with a little bit of reverb and delay. You can add another oscillator to it that goes up an octave from that one. Now check this out. I like picking apart the fun parts of a lead melody. So we'll take these little flary things. And we can load up another synth. We'll take Nexus, which is Avicii's favorite synth. I think it was, at least. Go to Trance Leads. And I'll put it an octave up from the main leads. I like that one a lot. I think it'll come together nice. Isn't that dynamic? Then we can create another track, and we'll make a counter melody, not really a counter melody, but a layer that follows the contour of our main melody. So let's take our main melody and just drop it on here, onto this new track, and I'll make a new layer that just follows this contour without moving too much. I hear this done in a lot of songs, and I love it so much. So we'll take the main contour, get rid of the extra notes. I'm going to use some S2 for this. We're going to grab envelope 2, drag and drop over the cutoff knob, turn on filter 1, tighten it up, pull sustain down, open the decay up, so we get a really dynamic decaying sound. Let's increase the unison here. Make it decay more. Detune it. Maybe open up the attack a little. We're going to get a nice screaming lead layer, but we have to go to effects, get some nice big reverb. So we could probably use a couple different octaves here, but let's try this high one. We would get something like this. Alright, let's go ahead, hop on to the drums. Alright, let's start with the kick, and then we'll introduce the drums one by one and get rid of whatever we don't need. Don't need that. We definitely need this clap, but it's not big enough. So what I'm going to do is add some OTT and kind of crush it. I saw Virtual Riot do this in a tutorial once. We'll take those. Nice. I was hoping for a noisy layer. Putting a ride cymbal on top of every kick is a great way to fill your mix out. And it's like not annoying to listen to either. They also do this in heavy metal. Alright, so before I play this back for you, I want to take some focus time off camera and see what I could do to make it a little bit stronger. It's still not hitting at that level I would like it to hit, so I'll see you in a sec. Alright, listen to how big I can get a song when I work my magic off camera. I don't even know what I did. Let's play the whole thing. Huge. This is your John Summit hit. That's a video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my course below this video where you can learn music production step by step and also get access to my producer community. You can also apply to my coaching program below this video as well to work with me one-on-one. As always, I'll see you in the next video lesson.